1 second.
Oh, well, she just said, hold on 1 second. We're going to give it 1 second. But this is the Pensacola Perspective. I'm Jermaine Williams, Jermaine J. Williams. We have model Jasima in the building. Once she gets back to her seat, I didn't give her much notice. We was about to start the show. But while I got you on, please go to the YouTube page, subscribe. We have some big names coming up. As you've seen in the past, we have grown from our name, from the Pensacola Perspective to the people's perspective. So we have a lot of big things going on, a lot of big things planned. And if you're on Facebook, please like the page. And also you can always donate. Don't care if it's $5, $2, or 100,000. We appreciate every penny of it. And now I can see we got Jasima back. Hey Jasima, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad you gave us some time today, so we could discuss some of the stuff you have going on. And you are a model and a great model at that. Can you tell us some of your experiences and some of the works that you have done?
Oh my. Well, I'm gonna start with the bad experience before I get to the good experiences. Well, me coming from Pensacola, Florida, moving to Atlanta, it was difficult because I kind of moved up here. I won't say by myself. I had somebody up here and moved with me, but I still did it on my own. I just upped and left. So coming into a city I didn't really know too much about. I just knew that it was Atlanta and didn't know how it really was. So it was rough at first because I'm still trying to get to, know the city and the people that's in it and learn about the industry, whether it was modeling, music, just the scene, period. So meeting people who can say they can do this and they can do that, and then just talking and not really, putting in what they say they can do. They're not backing up what they say they can do. So just that, I would say that would be the hardest part of trying to start somewhere fresh and something new and trying to get in it. And I still feel like I'm not fully in it yet, but I have come a long way. And I've been here about 5 years now. So yeah, but the good thing about it is I've learned a lot, especially coming from a small city like Pensacola and coming to Atlanta where celebrities are here all the time, and meeting new people, learning who your real friends are and the real people who got your back, and me just growing as a person. So I really say the experience along, just being in Atlanta here and living here has been a rough patch, but it's been great as well. I have some of the best times here in Atlanta. So.
And that industry that you're in is real catty. And I can imagine.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I done had to cuss folks out. And so many times it's not even funny. Because I had to let them know real quick where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one thing now. You being from Pensacola, you know how that is.
Exactly. I'm like, listen, I'm not from here. I was, yeah. So, and I got brothers too. No.
I'm trying to tell you, coming out of Booker T. Washington, you know how it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's some of the positives? You talked about some of the negatives. What's some of the positives, and what are some of the work you've done as far as walking the runway, or have you been approached about TV videos?
Well, a lot of people have seen me more on the game episodes. I've been in the last 4 episodes that they've done, and now they're ended. So it's kind of sad, but I haven't really had no major speaking roles, but just being on there, appearing on the shows was an experience as well. Meeting the team, the cast, or whatever, and everybody was funny and humble. That's one thing that I respect. A lot of the actors on the game were humble. I've also done been in a few movies like Fast and Furious 7, Hunger Games Part 2 that's actually coming out later on this year. I was at one of the capitals in there. I've done Survivor's Remorse, which is actually the very first set I've been on. when that first started out. And let me see, the list goes on. I've just done a few small extra parts or whatever, but it's been a blast along the way. I've had fun. I met so many people, like far as other actors and other talents and other models that I still communicate. And when I see them, it's love. You know, we still speak or we're not. And then just being, far as runway wise, I've done some shows here. I would say the major show that I have done here was in Charleston Fashion Week. It was so professional, and it was just like you was in New York Fashion Week. All the scouts that came out and all the designers were very professional, and they were legit, which is another thing that I can say. Sometimes in Atlanta, you don't get a lot of legit people. But I walked for Macy's. I walked for Belt. And I walk for two of major designers that's out of New York, actually across the country, different ones. So that alone right there, just connecting with those people and the models there, and you know, being able to do something different than what I was doing here in Atlanta, because Atlanta has a lot of local designers and people, locals. I would call them local celebrities, because if you go outside the city, you might not know who they is, but they throw on shows and stuff like that. So, you know, I would walk for them. Like I actually was in Erica Dixon from Love and Hip Hop, which was Scrappy's baby mother. She had started a dress line, and I was actually on her website. I haven't been on there, so I'm not sure if I'm still on there. But I was in her fashion show and the taping of that from Love and Hip Hop, which was last season. And yeah, so just people around. I've done charity shows, and like I said, I did a lot of hair stuff as well, print as well. So I've had some experience, but I'm still not exactly where I want to be, because my dream and my ambition is so big, you know. So I'm not gonna stop there, no, not at all.
And I was just about to say that, because you said, you know, I don't feel like I'm in it yet, but that was an impressive resume so far. You named a lot of stuff, you know, that a lot of people wish they could dream of, and that brings me to my next question, because you know, now with this social media, models have took on a
Do you want to get on that? I don't even think we got time.
Because I want people to understand, when they probably seen that you were coming on the show, and people that don't really know you, and they're like, a model, and I'm, you know, this is a for real model. This is not somebody who has 17,000 likes on Instagram and calls themselves a model. You know?
Exactly. See, that's what frustrates me, where a lot of people misconstrue what a model really is. And so nowadays they're going to create an Instagram model, and I don't consider myself an Instagram model just because I don't have 20,000 followers, or like you say, I get 17,000 likes or whatever. I'm not considered a model, because outside of Instagram, I do modeling things, and you know, I've been on sets, and you'd be surprised the women that, you know, so have that social media fame, they blow up before you actually get someone who has experience and been doing it for a while, and they will put them on before that. And then most of the girls on there are exposing themselves half naked and getting all the surgery and plastic stuff done. And it's just, you know, I mean, it is what it is. If that's what you want to do to your body, then, you know, be my guest. But at the same time, it's just, sometimes it's getting actually really ridiculous. And I think people are starting to really actually see it, because more people are speaking on it now, especially the men. They're just like, hey man, this is getting ridiculous with all these ass shots and, you know, these lips, and you know, it's just really getting ridiculous. And you know, I just wish that it wasn't so hard, because it's already hard, because of the competition in the modeling and the fashion world is already very, very hard. So now that we have this new era of Instagram models, now it's even harder. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah, and that definitely is not sending a message to our young ladies, especially because these phones. It's so easy to get on Instagram and see this. They thinking this, this is the standards of women, and you know,
Exactly.
and I think it's a very sad thing. And speaking of that, that also brings me to my next question. A lot of models get a bad rep, especially in Atlanta or LA, New York, about sleeping their way to the top. Um, do you know about a lot of that going on, or is that something? Is that a myth or?
Um, I wouldn't say it's a myth, but I mean,
I mean,
I
and
mean,
you don't have to speak on it because I know you probably got friends and stuff, and I don't want to put you in no awkward situation. So let's move on.
no,
Uh,
no, I mean, one thing about me, if you're gonna ask me, and I'm gonna give it to you real, because it's just really how I feel. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, and not saying I don't care about other people's feelings, but at the same time, it's just, I'm just gonna keep it 100. That's just me. So, I mean, yeah, it seems like that we, well, far as the models are sleeping, being slept on because of all the other stuff that is being surrounded. Like, you'll be surprised, there's so many women out here doing, the things that you don't see behind the closed doors to get where they are. Especially photographers, they'll try you to say, "Oh, I can do this for you if you do this for me." Like, I don't have to cuss a few of them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's not how I'm gonna get to the top. I'm gonna get to the top the right way. So, because of how it's going on today with the whole Instagram modeling, it's actually giving me a chance to be like, okay, let me step back. Let me observe exactly what's really going on. See how I could focus this a whole nother way and making it to the top. Because I'm not fit to, sell my soul just to get there. You get what I'm saying?
right.
So, and then it's like, when I say the top, I don't have to be famous like Kim Kardashian. I don't have to have the fame. I want the respect. I want the leadership. I want to be a role model. I want to be able to be known to give back to my community, and be there for the future, which is the children, and doing it the right way. And long as I have the support from my family, and long as my family is taken care of, and later down, if I have kids, and make sure that all of them are taken care of, that's what's most important to me, is doing it for my family. And I don't, like I say, I don't have to have the fame, but I do want the, like, the acknowledgement, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and I feel you on that. That was a really good answer. I'm glad you checked me at the door and answered that question. Now I follow you on Twitter. We friends on Facebook, and you are outspoken about everything surrounding the Black Lives Matter and
oh,
black
goodness.
people are getting treated. If you don't mind for a second speaking on that, just give me your views for a second, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind at all. Actually, it's actually so sad. Sometimes I don't even want to get on social media because of all the things that's going on. It really hurts me to see how the world is today. Like, all the things that are going on. ISIS, across the country, and then, but focusing on what's right here in America, Black lives. Like, people don't understand. Yes, all lives matter, but right now the focus is on our African American societies, or the men and the women who are still getting treated like dirt, or necessarily say slaves, but because it's just it's sad that they still look at us and think that we're nothing. And the way things are, it's just like so much controversy. You got all races attacking each other, saying, "Oh, who cares? You guys need to get over it." Well, why should we get over our history? It's history. It's also American history. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, just like 9/11, you tell us to never forget that. Why can't we never forget what happened to our ancestors? You know, it plays a big role. And then you guys don't want to teach the real history in school about our ancestors, how we were brought over here and how we were really treated. And if you go back and look on all the movies that were made on what's the one with Whoopi Goldberg played in about the guy in Mississippi Burner or something like that.
The Ghost of Mississippi.
Yeah, that. And then just all the stuff that didn't happen. It's just like, how can you forget that? You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we're still getting treated some type of way, especially in the negative way, it's time to shine light on that and expose the people who still are racist and that still are treating us like dogs. And it's time to expose them. It was time, and let's move on. It's not saying let's dwell on it forever, but let's get past it. Let's all come together and, you know, kumbaya, I must say. You know, like it's just getting really ridiculous. And sometimes I just sit back and I watch everything that goes on, and I see other people comments, and I know, because I'm so sensitive with that, I try not to comment, because then I'll be going back and forth with somebody, and I ain't got time to be going back and forth with nobody. So I'll post a little bit of this and a little bit of that, or maybe a video of this, you know, just to show people that I am watching, I am in tune on what's going on. But right now, you know, I'm not going to speak on it too much about it, because right now it's like little old Jazz speaking on it ain't gonna do nothing but start some more controversy with somebody else. So it's just, I'm just sit back and watch it. But yeah, it's sad, it's ridiculous.
And by you just even answering that question, you breaking stereotypes. You know, most people thinking models, airheads, and all this stuff, but you know, that was, you know, hey, I couldn't have answered that question better myself. Now, if you can you talk to us about the competition that you are involved in?
Oh yes. So they actually reached out to me and asked me to submit for the contest. And you know, I read up on a little bit, and so the magazine is called Jet Set Magazine, and the contest is basically they have a lot of, I don't even know how many girls from each state right now competing against each other. Well, right now it's me representing the state of Georgia, because that's where I reside. So I'm competing for that #1 spot for Georgia, and it's actually 10 rounds. So it's all the way up until basically the end of the year, back in December. So that's when it's going to officially announce the winner. But yeah, this is the first round. I need to be the top 50 of Georgia, and then it'll break it down to the top 25 until the top 10, and then the top 5, and then you have the finalists from each state. And then once you get the finalists from each state, and then you compete against the other finalists and the other states, and then they'll break it down again until the last 5, and then you choose the winner. So right now, it's just basically getting the most votes in order to, you know, being one of the finalists to represent Georgia. And I'm still a Florida girl. I don't get me wrong. I tell people, where you from? Pensacola, Florida. Don't get it twisted, you know. But this is where I reside. Right, Georgia's my home, so that's what I'm representing right now. But yeah.
Well, how can they vote for you?
Well, they can actually go onto my Facebook page, which is, you can type in Jasima Lyons, or you can go to Jasima The Model. I have a fan page as well. And you can see on my profile where I have the links. Then you just click on a picture and it'll take you straight to the link. Or you can go to my Instagram. It's also in my profile, and it has the link as well. And my Instagram is also Jasima The Model. So that's where you can click and vote. Now, they will let you just vote the first time, but if you want to continue voting, you actually vote twice a day, and you can vote, you can share. In order to vote, you have to share it via Facebook or via Twitter, but it still gives you an opportunity to vote at least twice a day. So.
Well, look, man, I really appreciate you sitting down and talking with us. We share the same high school, went to school together, and
from the same.
And we proud of you, man. You really
appreciate it.
doing a good job for the people back home, young girls back home, and anybody, just to let them know, you know, sometimes you got to step out on faith, get out your comfort zone, and things can happen.
And that's how I see myself. Not to, I'm trying to hold you up, but that's how I see myself as an example for all the girls back home, because I have a lot of younger girls, especially with my church family back home, that's rooting for me, and just my family, period, and everybody that I know. So I feel like I'm doing it for them. I can't let them down. And it is an example of me stepping out on faith and letting them know, hey, you can follow your dreams. Don't be hesitant on it. I mean, some people are going to be like, oh, I'm scared to, you know, step on that, right? But no, step out, see how it goes. You either like it, and if you don't, find something else, you know what I'm saying, that you're interested in. And so basically, yeah, just don't give up, follow your dreams. No matter how you had kids, you still try. I mean, there's no age limit on your dream. So I know there's people, I met people on sets, older people like 50, 55, living their dream, being on movie sets, meeting different actors, actually getting big parts at that age and doing commercials. They're always looking for people of all ages. So it's just like, you know, just don't give up on your dream. I know I'm not, so.
I know, right? Hey, yeah, you're right, man. There ain't no expiration on dreams. You know, ain't no expiration on that. Jasmine, we got to have you back, especially when I know you're going to make the final. So we definitely going to have to bring you back. And it was some good conversation, man. And so, but definitely, man, be looking out for me, because I'm going to reach out to you in the next couple months so we can bring you back to a follow-up. So I know you're going to be added to that resume, and you can come back and tell us about your big movie star dream.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just focusing on my mind first, trying to get myself in the right state of mind. And like I say, take a step back and just look on everything and see what route I need to take, and try to get more into this acting thing, because from what my acting coaches are telling me, I'm really funny. So they was just like, yo, you're really funny. You're gonna go somewhere. So that's where my main focus is right now, is the acting thing right now. So yeah.
Definitely. And you know, like every time I talk to Damon, he like, yeah, man, you know, I was in compound such and such. I see, you know, Jasmine was in VIP. You know, I see her. I say, yeah, I know. So hey, we appreciate it for real, man. And everybody, y'all please go vote for it. Y'all see her.
Please. I need y'all votes. I need y'all support. If you guys really, you know, support me, I support, you know, anybody that's doing something Pensacola positive, I'm going to support you, you know, and I make sure I shout you out. I just really need my people, everybody. I got 5,000 friends on Facebook. I can't even add no more. I need people to go out there and vote. Come on now.
Hey, man, y'all heard her, man. So y'all go do the right thing, man. Spike Lee, man. And look, I'm gonna continue to help you push, man, to make sure we get you some votes up, man. We got to get that done.
Oh, I definitely got plans to do some promo stuff that's gonna hopefully market it right and get people to you know, like, oh, okay, that's her. Yeah, let me go and vote. So yeah, I got some things coming to work. So yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. And, you know, y'all just keep looking out for the episodes, and make sure y'all go vote for my dog, man, because she's going places, and she's not just doing it for her. She's doing it the right way, and she's doing it for people that's coming behind y'all. So y'all just keep tuning in for her, keep checking in for her, keep checking in for the people's perspective, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, you know you're welcome.